What is going on, guys? J-Hoy back with you today. I'm bringing episode number 27 of the Be a GM series. So in last video, you all saw it, we lost again. So 6 years in a row, we did end up losing in the first round. So either way, we're at the draft. The Dallas Stars end up winning the Stanley Cup, and a couple big names actually retired. So Ryan Getzlaf from Anaheim and Rick Nash from the Rangers both retired, as you can see in the message center underneath. So either way, we're at the draft now, and I don't know, we're going to probably have the same round pick again, but we don't. We actually have a later pick than usual. So we have the 24th pick. I don't actually think we have our pick this year. I think we have a different one, but I'll check that real quick. And we do actually have ours, but we do actually have 2 seconds that are 4 apart, so that's good to see. So I don't plan on making any trades at the moment. We'll just go right into the draft, and hopefully we can find what we're looking for here. So I don't really know what to look for exactly. I mean, there's a couple good guys here, all projected to go in the second round. Two-way forward, power forward, two-way forward. Great. What about goalies? Is there any good goalies? No. Awesome. So basically what I'm looking for, guys, is potential and position wise. Now obviously we have a really good strong center core, but I wanted to get a different position, but this basically gives me no choice. So I think I'm going to get one of these guys, I think. Let's see, where are they projected to go when we just sort of like this? So there's a couple guys up here. He's at power forward. I don't really want a power forward. Don't really want him. Where's the centers? There they are. All right, so we're going to get John Lewandowski or whatever. So he's a center, I know, but we can probably play him on the wing and he'll be fine. So we do have 2 later picks in the first round. So Jeff Carter got traded. He's going back to Philly, I believe. And we'll just go right back to our pick. Hopefully there's still something good there. So we got Jerry Book there. And actually, this is the one player I wanted, Mark Duclair. I know he's projected to go in the 4th round, but we're just going to take him now because we have a pick in a couple picks anyway. So the guy I actually did want to take got taken, so I probably should have gone with him instead. But either way, we got to move on without him. So we got Doig there that we could get. I'm looking for 4-star guys. The potential doesn't really mean too much this late in it because you never know what they're going to be. But grinder, sniper. What else is good here, guys? Tell me. Alright, so we're just going to go with a sniper. I don't want to bore it on too long, and I don't want to take too long making my picks. But I don't know why I did that. I need to go back down to here. What was his name? There's double sniper. Nope. Here's the next one down. Right. Where is he? Sevret? Nope. It's this guy. Yeah. So we're going to go with Gavin Wangels, I believe, and let him develop, and then hopefully he'll become something good. And if the other guy's not taken by them. So we don't actually even have a 3rd round pick. So Stellares, a 2nd, and Sasky. Okay, then. It's a bit much, I think. But we don't have a 3rd. We don't have a 4th. And this is at the point in the drafting where we don't really have a lot of picks because we can always trade them to get better players. So we do have a 5th. I know it's really late, but I do think I'm just going to cut out until we start the signing stage. So I will see you there. So we are back at the signings. Now our player that we got in the first round, I don't want to say he's not good, but he's probably not going to be anything special for us. So either way, we're just going to start right out with centers, and we're going to have to re-sign somebody here. So now here's the plan, guys. I think I'm going to trade Pajot, or either that or play him on the 4th line. But then it doesn't really give us a use for Foster unless we want to play him on the 4th line again. And I do want to bring up Strome. So with that, we'd either have to get rid of Lazar or Pajot. And I don't really know which one I want to get rid of yet. But either way, I think we're just going to re-sign Strome here. He actually does want a 1-way contract. So we're just going to sign him 1 year at $1 million. That way it's not too much of a commitment and it's easily to trade if we have to. Lazar wants a 2-way deal. So we're just going to give that right to him. Because either that way we can either play him in the AHL or NHL and then bring him up if we have to. So I'm just going to focus on the NHL guys real quick so that we can get them signed. So Palmieri. If you do want little money, and you do want a little bit of money, what did you make last year? 1.85. But have the same numbers, basically, a little bit better. -4. So you deserve it there. Let's get you. We're going to go put you down a little bit, though. So we're going to go 1 year. What does he want? Okay. Yeah, we're just going to go 1 year, 1.75. I do like that deal. And we got Bozen down here as well. Yeah, what? Why do you want such? Okay, we're just going to release Bozen because I want to get somebody better for the third line. Because we do have a little bit extra money to spend this year. So, again, I'm going to focus on the NHL guys first, and I'll go back and sign the AHL guys later. So, Michael Grabner does want a bunch of money. I don't want to give that to you either. Here's the thing. If I sign him to a really low contract for 1 year, that's great for us. But the thing is, I mean, this year looks terrible, but he was also playing on like the third or fourth line in the Islanders, and then he played on the third line with us. So he went from like playing like first or second line here with the 60-point seasons down to a third or fourth line role where he didn't really get much scoring chances, I'll say. So we signed one year at 2.25 or whatever it was. That'd be a good contract for us. So we do have to sign CC as well. I do want to bring him back. So he does want, wow, he does want a lot of money. He wants almost double his, or basically double his contract for doing worse than last season. So now here's the thing, guys. I was thinking, since I'm going to be trading a couple of our defensemen, and since we have Dmitry Mayarov, I don't want to play him in the AHL. Now, he's too good for that, and I don't want to, I guess I don't want to really cheat. I mean, it's not really cheating, but I don't really want to play that way. So we can either sign CC for more like Carlson, which doesn't make sense, or we could go with Mayarov and then keep him there. Now, his numbers look terrible, I know, but he's been playing the third line. So, obviously, those lines don't get much better. So, either we could trade like a Yandel or a Gardner and then keep CC, or we trade CC or just release him, which I don't want to do, but I'm going to have to do. Now, we have Devin Dubnyk, who came in for us about halfway or at the trade deadline or something like that. Did all right for us. Now, he 6-3, that's not bad. But when you had Dia or whatever his name is, who came in and went 2-4, we set him down. He did all right. So I don't know if it's just he's not ready yet, or if it's just he had bad luck this year. So I'm gonna release Dubnyk. Now we can always find a guy like that can just come in for us and play good. But I think I'm going to release Moody only because we have never really used him. And I think Blackwood and Driedger have more of a career than he does. So what is Blackwood's got to be on a 3-year deal, I bet. So, yeah, he's got 2 left. So we're going to sign Driedger to 2 years. And that will also end when I think Leonard's going to end too. So if we got 7-5, I like that. But either way, let's go on. I don't know what to do with CC, guys. I really don't. I want to keep him because he can go off, but last year he didn't really do nearly as well. Now, I know we got someone better to play with him, but you got to still perform if I give you someone better to play with you. So now all but 2, I think, rejected that. So, Strome rejected. So we got to sign him back. Let's get him 1.25. He should accept that. Whether we play him in the AHL or NHL, he should play either way. So let's just go through and just release all these guys that are really old and haven't done anything and won't have a chance to make the NHL this year. And obviously you do see some prospects. So here's the first round pick that we did have, John Ledwowski or whatever his name is. And we had Duclair that I think we also signed. So Palmieri, we do want to bring you back, but again, I don't want to give you tons of money. So what do we sign you for? Okay, let's go back to 1.85 again. Hopefully he'll accept that because he's playing the 4th line. Don't really want to give him too much money, but I do want to give him money because he is performing on the 4th line nonetheless. So we'll sign Blacksmith again. That's the guy that we got in a big trade with, Shinkarik and Silverberg. And Grabner, again, I want to keep you, but you do want a crap load of money. So if you sign you 1 year, 2.5, that's an easy contract to move if I have to. And then we have Babbage that might make his debut this year. If we don't have anybody better, he actually might. So we'll have to keep on the lookout for that because his overall's there, and I kind of want to bring him up so that way we can have some of these other guys play because I do have a lot of potential right wings that some I just picked up off of free agency or got in trades or whatever. So Cody Ceci, here's the big question. I do want to keep him, but I don't want to give him a crap ton of money. So if we do keep him, we're gonna have to trade one other player. Now, we have Schutz and Morrow that are mainly depth players right now. And then we have a bunch of other guys down in the AHL that aren't ready yet. So, I usually like to keep a double or a lefty and a righty on a line for defense and basically I don't want to change that. But with Cody Ceci there, he's a great player, but he does want a ton of money, and he doesn't want any less as the years go up. So I don't know what to sign him for. So if we go like 5 years at like $6 million, that's still a ton of money, and it's almost half the cap we have already this year. So if we try 5.75, no, let's go 5.85, because that's a little bit more than 5.7, and that should work for us. So if we do get rid of a Yandel or a Gardner this year, then we have Mayrov that we can put up there, and then we can get more defensive guys for the third line, or even bring up Morrow, and then we can have double lefty on the second line, or the third line, I mean. And either way, we'll be happy with that. So let's go one more day, and hopefully CC will accept that offer. If not, then we'll have to go at $6 million or something. I mean, that's a lot of money. I don't really want to pay him that, but he's a great player, and I do want to keep him. So 3 players did accept. So who didn't? So Grabner and Palmieri still have not accepted. So they both want. All right, so I'm actually going to release Palmieri, I think. He wants too much money for me, and he's performing. I didn't want to do it, but I have to do it. So we're back, and I found a trade I did kind of want to do. Now, the main reason for the trade is Peugeot and Foster. I got them. Well, we've had Peugeot. Hasn't really done anything yet. He's been playing. We moved him around from the 4th line, 3rd line. We put him in the AHL. I mean, he performs in the AHL. He's a good player. I love him. I love the player, but hasn't really done anything in the series yet, and he's making a lot of money. And Foster, we brought him in because we needed that guy that could play in the 3rd line, play in the 4th line, and do well. And he hasn't done anything yet. And a prospect that has some trade value. To Calgary for Sam Bennett. Now, Sam Bennett was a 4th overall pick. I don't remember the exact trade, but he obviously is a good player. He is making a ton of money, so I did try to retain 1.5 mil off of it. So obviously that brings it down a lot. So I don't know if this trade's going to go through, and it does. So right off the bat, we did get I'm looking for a 3rd line center. That's what I was really looking for. So Sam Bennett was, he's still young too. That's the thing. He's 86 overall, 24 years old, and we have 2 other good centers. So 3 really good centers. Hopefully that'll help. We can bring up Strome. Maybe play him as a left wing, 3rd line. That way we can have Lazar's 4th line or something like that. Next thing we're looking for is a I don't know if I want to put Strome there or not, but if we do, then we'll have a 3rd line left wing. But then we need a right wing that can score, because then we have Babbage playing on our 4th line, so that would help us. So if we can find a 3rd line scoring person, then that would definitely help us. And then I'm probably going to end up trading one of our defensemen. I'm not really sure exactly which one yet, but either way, guys, I'll take you to the trade once we find it. Alright, so I did find another trade we want. Now, basically, the idea behind this trade is I wanted to get rid of salary. Now, I know he only has 1 year left, and he's 33 years old. But if we trade him for a 3rd line guy plus a guy that can score. But the thing is, what I have here, the Kailer Yamamoto, he's a young center. Now, I know we have enough centers, but he's really, really close to being in the NHL. Now, he's got really good skating category. He put up 72 points in his first year in the AHL. Now, I'm guessing, yeah, top 5 pick. And 4 Green Star is definitely helpful. So, with this trade, we're definitely shedding a little bit of salary. We're getting a guy for the future, and we're getting a defensive defenseman to play on the 3rd line. So that's basically what I was looking for. So will it go through? No, it won't. So we do need to add a little something on our side of the trade. And I want to see if we have any prospects that we can just get rid of that aren't ever going to play for us. So if we get rid of, what's his name? Len Thornton. Yeah, he's a guy that's probably never going to play for us. He's I know we just drafted him, but I don't think he's ever going to play. So he's got a little bit of trade value on him. So will that work? It will. So that's a good trade for us, I think. So next year we don't really have any picks either. We have a 1st round. We don't have another one until the 4th round. So we're really loaded down the center now. We have Strome that can play any of the wings. We have Lazar that can play the wings. We got Heaps, and we have Yamamoto that's almost ready to come up. So we do still need a 3rd line, basically altogether, because we do have somebody to play on the 3rd line now. Another trade I did find is Schutz, the guy that we brought in. Same thing as Foster, same thing as Fontinos. But we ended up getting rid of both of them so far, and obviously they haven't really done anything. So Schutz played in the AHL last year. We brought him up about halfway through when we traded whoever it was. I think it was Olette or somebody. And 2 prospect guys that have a little trade value on them. For Daniel Sprong, now he's a third-line right wing that can score. Now, he did just make his debut last year, but he's got a really good skating, pretty good shooting category, and he's basically a good player that we can really have. So I know he's got 3 years left, but he's still young. He's still growing, but I do want to give him a chance. So will this go through? It will. So basically, guys, I'm just trying to get rid of the prospect guys that don't really have a future with us, that aren't really going to have a chance. So basically, I think we have our team now. Because if we have these top 3 as our centers, then we have Strome as can be a left wing. We have Lazar, which is 5, 6, 7 with Palat there. And then 8, 9, 10, 11. So we need one more, but I think we're fine after that. So if we get a left line or a left wing, either a 4th line or even a 3rd line guy, maybe we'll bring a Pumple this year. I'm not exactly sure, but either way, guys, I don't really know what I'm going to do next because we have our defense now. I'm probably just getting a bunch of depth, and then I'll probably be out of here, and then we'll probably get to the preseason after that. So we will see you once something else happens. Alright, so finally we are back, and the start of the season is here. Now, I did just simulate right through the preseason. I didn't play any games yet. That will be next video, or not, I should simulate games, not play games. But basically, I didn't really make any other moves other than you guys saw. But I wanted to show you the lines real quick, because we got a pretty interesting team this year. So I figured, what were our best seasons? What were we doing the best? So the first line is returning of Hoffman, Turris, and Ryan. Now, usually I don't like to put 2 scorers on the same line because I want to, balance it out. But I figured, let's go back to what we know. Let's go back to what we were doing when we were winning, and maybe we can bring that back to what we're doing now. So that line obviously returning. Then we have Palat, Zibanejad, and Oshie. Now, I did think we had that line at one point, but I'm pretty sure we did. So we have that line returning, or maybe new, but we have that line. Then we have Dylan Strome. Finally, after about 5 seasons, he's finally ready to be playing in the NHL. 84 overall, playing the 3rd line with Mr. Sam Bennett, which you guys saw in the trade. And then we have Daniel Sprong, another trade we made. So we got 2 playmakers, we got a sniper, we got a really good 3rd line that we can hopefully win with and have some depth scoring. Then we go to our 4th line, Matt Pumple, been playing in the AHL a whole bunch of time now, and I figured it was time to bring him up. Now I know we didn't really have anything better, so we did have him. Now we do have Lazar yet again, and then we have Babbage making his NHL debut this upcoming season, and I'm really excited because we didn't get him not too long ago. We drafted him 1st round. He had a really good season last year. He was actually playing the 4th line down there, and then he had a huge jump. So if you look at his stats, I mean, this is going to be a good player for us, I have a feeling. So, guys, if we don't win with this team, at least these forwards, I don't know what else we're going to do. I know we said this before, and we ended up getting 1st rounded. So, either way, let's go to our defense. Now, I did end up trading Yandel, as you saw. Yandel still performing, but I think it was just time to get rid of him. I don't know why, but we did have CC, and I did want to re-sign him. So we put him up in the 1st line with Carlson, dynamic duo, been here since day 1. Then we have Gardner and Mayarov. I did Mayarov jump, so I didn't want to give him a chance. So I had to get rid of somebody, and Yandel was just getting old, and he had 1 year left, and I didn't really want to pay him next year anyway. So, and then we have Morrow that we brought up, I believe, from last year, and Gudbranson that we saw got in trade. And then goalies, Dia. Where you at, bro? 88 overall. He jumped like crazy. Now, after a terrible start, we did put him in the AHL. He actually did somewhat decent, so we give him a chance this year. But Robin Leonard, 86 overall. Now, I usually trade this player, but here's the thing. Dia, last time he was up there, he was an 85. Jumped up 3 overall from last year, but he struggled. So, is he really ready this year or not? Because he actually did go flawless in preseason, but preseason doesn't really mean too much. So, if one of them starts to suck or not do well, I'm probably end up trading one of them this year because I think one of them is up next year, and I'm going to have to pay him. I think it's Dia, actually. I think he's going to be wanting at least like 5 or 6 million or something like that at his overall. So, either way, guys, this is the team going forward. Hopefully, Chris will be in my video next time, and he can see the new upgraded team. So either way, guys, if you are enjoying the series, please leave a like, comment to what you think of the series, and subscribe for more. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later.